This is the Radio 1 News Update for October 28th. I'm Lady Miriam. In local news, Cambodia's indigenous groups populate much more of the country than was previously known. Cambodia's Ministry of Interior had previously identified 445 indigenous villages countrywide, but new research by the Cambodian Indigenous People Organization, CIPO, shows that there are at least 573 indigenous villages in Cambodia, with that number expected to expand to 632 as further research is conducted. Indigenous villages are spread out across 15 of Cambodia's provinces, and while previous censuses identified 18 ethnic groups among Cambodia's indigenous populations, CIPO claims to have identified 24. Cambodian authorities are processing a request from Thailand's government to extradite 3 Thai citizens for the crime of insulting the monarchy. A number of extradition requests, 19 in total, have been made to 7 countries for suspects of the widely condemned lèse-majesté laws in the wake of the late king's death. Officials in Mondulkiri are investigating allegations of clearing 200 to 300 hectares of protected forest in Khao Sima district. They believe it was migrants who were clearing the land and then selling it to other newcomers to the area in cooperation with local villagers. In regional news, Prince Mikasa, the 100-year-old uncle of Japanese Emperor Akihito, has died, leaving only 4 heirs to the chrysanthemum throne, the imperial household agency said. Mikasa's death coincides with renewed attention to the future of the aging and shrinking imperial family and whether women should be allowed to inherit the throne, breaking a males-only succession tradition that conservatives say is central to an imperial tradition stretching back 2,600 years. In international news, a pair of earthquakes rattled central Italy late Wednesday, sending fearful residents running into the streets not far from where a powerful trembler killed nearly 300 people in August. A school compound in a rebel-held part of northern Syria was repeatedly hit by airstrikes in an assault that monitoring groups and rescuers said had left dozens of people dead, including many children. The Afghan woman whose striking green eyes in a National Geographic cover photo made her face known around the world is under arrest in Pakistan. Sharbat Gula was 12 when photographer Steve McCurry captured his iconic image of her living in a refugee camp for Afghan nationals in Peshawar, Pakistan. Now in her 40s, Sharbat Gula, also known as Sharbat Bibi, was arrested in Peshawar on Tuesday for falsifying documents and staying illegally in Pakistan. In business news, Cambodia and Vietnam inked an agreement to drop import tariffs on dozens of products in an effort to boost bilateral trade. According to the agreement, Cambodia will provide a special preferential duty on 29 Vietnamese products, allowing them to enter the country duty-free. Vietnam agreed to provide the same preferential treatment for 39 Cambodian products, including 300,000 tons of rice annually and 3,000 tons of dried tobacco in 2016 and 2017. According to the World Bank's annual Doing Business report, the Kingdom of Cambodia ranks 131 out of 190 countries this year, dropping 4 places in the index in what economists said was an indication that the country was struggling to keep up with the pace of reforms in more advanced economies. New Zealand and Singapore occupied the top 2 spots of the global ranking report. With the Internal Revenue Service, the tax collection arm of the United States government, stepping up its global sweep to catch American individuals and corporations hiding their overseas earnings, the American Chamber of Commerce in Cambodia held a presentation for investors and financial institutions to make sure they are in compliance with U.S. tax laws so as to avoid the discomfort of an IRS probe. In an earnings call following one of Tesla's best quarters ever, Tesla CEO Elon Musk disclosed the 3 things he's currently prioritizing at his electric car company. Those priorities include making sure that the company's upcoming Model 3 is on time and inexpensive enough, advancing Tesla's autonomous vehicle software, and ramping up the company's high-energy battery pack for cars. In entertainment news, Los Angeles police are looking for the man who destroyed Donald Trump's Hollywood Walk of Fame star with a sledgehammer and a pickaxe, removing the gold emblem from the middle of the star and damaging the star itself and the area around it. The man identified himself as James Otis, an heir to the Otis family's elevator fortune. Otis said he plans to sell parts of Trump's star and donate the proceeds to the women who have been sexually assaulted by Mr. Trump. He said, quote, "I know I can sell it. I think I can get over $1 million for this star, $1 million for this star, to be distributed to these women and many others that will be going forward." Otis noted he previously auctioned off personal items belonging to Mahatma Gandhi, saying he donated all the money to countries that were fighting dictatorships with nonviolent strategies. That 2009 auction of Gandhi's possessions attracted news coverage at the time, and Gandhi's items were sold for $1.8 million. Otis said he knows he might be arrested, though he doesn't want that to happen. Well, I think it's time for a little bit of commentary. I think before you steal something, you should consider the consequences. Oh, I don't want to be arrested, even though I just stole public property, and I'm going to auction it for $1 million, and who's going to buy that? You know, it's going to be so red hot. I mean, what fence is going to touch this part of the Hollywood star of Donald Trump? What is he thinking? Anyway, this has been the Radio 1 News Update. I'm Lady Miriam. Stay tuned for more news on Radio 1 FM 103.7.